Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, Renee Young, and James E. Cornett here. And today on Collision or Hit, we're going to have a good show here today, because we have the match that we saw yesterday on Rampage or Ramfru. Here today on Collision or Hit, it will be Godzilla or Godzilla fighting Shrek again, or wrestling Shrek again, Tony Schiavone says. Well, I can tell you right now, Renee Young says, having a DreamWorks self fight a Toho self, I don't really think anyone thought that would have happened. You know, I don't really think a lot of folks out there thought that would happen. But I guess it lives up to that saying, anything can happen in a toy wrestling gathering, Renee Young says. I can tell you right now, Tony, right now, Renee, that Shrek, Godzilla, both of them are unmanlike. One's a ogre, the other one could be either a lindworm or a deadweight or both. You know, neither of them are living beings anyway. You know. But then again, the toy wrestling gathering in its 30 or 31 years has never been about having man-like, woman-like beings wrestle or true living beings wrestle. And I've been here since between 98 YL. You know. So I think I should know what I talk about. But now we're going to go to the ring now, Tony Schiavone says. And some might say you picked the wrong skilled toy wrestling business to work for, then, if you only want to see man-like, woman-like beings wrestle and fight, and true living beings. Alright, Shrek says, you know, yesterday on Rampage or Ramfru, I lost to Godzilla. Or Godzilla, so-called King of the Fiends, so-called Kaiser of the Fiends. But I know that he's got film holding his tail together since someone at Toy Biz fucked up badly and didn't make it, you know, the right way. But I'm not wishing any harm on Godzilla or anything like that. I'm just saying it as it is, Shrek says. You know? I'm just saying that I'm not saying, you know, that would give me, you know, an upper hand against him. But I'm only telling the truth here. Yes, you would be right. You'd be right, Shrek. I do have tape. I do have over sticky ooze. It didn't hold my tail in instead. And I do got film holding my leg together. And if this film doesn't work out, then we'll have to go with the over sticky film we got to hold my tail on. And if that doesn't work, then I'll have to throw this one out and we'll have to wait till the next time we go to Walmart so I can get another option myself and then hope that Toy Biz didn't fuck up with that tail. But anyway, Shrek, it's not going to give you a upper hand to beat me. Alright? You want to have a match with me? You want to have a fight with me here today? Well, by all means, let's do it. Only that means we're going to have to get a Fight Lord out. Oh, come on, Godzilla. Come on, Shrek. Come on, Godzilla. You know that you were the matchmaker of the toy wrestling gathering from between 99 YL until 2012 YL. Longer than anyone else. We don't need a fight keeper. Yeah, we do, and I'm not the matchmaker anymore. I may have had that rank 2 times in my whole run, but I'm not the matchmaker anymore, alright? And Shrek, you mourn, and Shrek, to be earnest with you, if I was still the matchmaker, which I am not. Oh, don't lie back, Godzilla. You're the booker. You're the writer. Oh, gee, yeah. I forgot that. But, yeah. But we still need a Fight Lord to do the match, right? Ding, ding, ding. Well, it looks like Godzorra's ready. And Godzorra just knocked down Shrek with one of his legs. And you can see that Godzorra's got his leg taped, his tail taped up once again, Tony Schiavone says. And this time he's not going to be working it on anyone, Tony Schiavone says. Renee Young said someone at Toy Biz made a mistake and fucked up, made a mistake and didn't make that leg, that tail right. You know, and it broke off, and we've been taping it on ever since then. Well, Godzilla hits him and knocks him down. And Shrek just knocked down Godzilla, or Godzorra, Tony Schiavone said. I'll tell you one thing right now, Renee Young says, is if Shrek can beat Godzorra, if an ogre can beat a Lindworm or Deadweight, that would be something. Well, to tell you the truth, James E. Cornette said, Godzorra with his taped it on tail gives every foe that he's going to be wrestling and fighting in a toy wrestling gathering upper hand, unless he offshoots into a one that's not what he is now. Oh! You know, 1, 2, and only a kick out. Well, it is true that Godzilla, or Godzorra, whatever you want to call him, he's been in the toy wrestling gathering, you know, since between 98 YL. He's done it all, seen it all, held almost every winnings there is to hold, and that Godzilla stunner, the Godzorra stunner on Shrek. And now Godzilla, or Godzorra, is hoping to win the match the same way that his good friend Steve Austin has won sundry matches with that hold since between 96 YL. Tony Schiavone says. Renee Young says, will Godzorra get the win here? Yeah, Tony Schiavone, and I'll tell you, James Lee Cornette said, will he reckon 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. No. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, Godzorra. And Godzorra, as what the Dawnlanders call him, you know, and Shrek, you know, lost his match once again to Godzorra here today on Collision or Hit, Tony Schiavone says. And I wonder if Shrek and Godzilla, or Godzorra, are going to prolong their warring with each other. You know, because I don't know, he will not, Tony Schiavone says. Well, tell you one thing, Renee Young says, that Mattel, WWE Mattel ring that we got from Amazon, or Strong Woman, back in 2020 YL, is still holding up very well, Renee Young says. Yeah, you could say that again after having Shrek and Godzorra fight, after having an ogre and a Lindworm Deadweight fight. You're lucky it's holding up, James E. Cornette says, because if it's not, we'd have to offshoot back to the other one, the other Mattel ring that we got the Glassport Thrift Middle, I think back in 2007 between FYL. It was a good match. Alright, take it away now to, you know, Mike Lane. Thank you, Tony Schiavone and Renee Young. I'm going to be talking with Godzilla, or I'm be talking with Shrek here today on Collision or Hit. Alright, Shrek. It seems that your two-diff match with Godzorra didn't go very well. You got that right, Mike Lane. I don't know what went wrong. I mean, I always been beating folks with the Ogre Splash, and I thought the Ogre Squash would have beat him, but I guess not. Shrek, I guess your dream match, as some folks in the skilled wrestling followership would call it, you didn't win neither of them. But then again, keep in mind, there have been one-sided dream matches. Like, take Hulk Hogan and The Rock. The Rock beat Hulk Hogan the first time and the 20th time. Yeah, I guess, but then Shrek said, think about when The Rock and John Cena fought. The Rock beat him once and then John Cena beat him the other time. Yeah. Anyway, where do you go from here, Shrek? Where do I go from here? Well, then again, I don't know, Shrek says where I go from here. I mean, I've been in the toy wrestling gathering since what? 24 between this YL? 2005 between this YL, something like that? I don't know where I go from here. But I do know one thing. You know, I got a lot of hard work. And I don't know if or when I will wrestle or fight God Jorah again. But I hope when I do, I hope that I win. And that's my talk with Shrek. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Renee Young. Thank you, Mike Lane, for talking with Shrek here today on Collision or Hit. And that's all the time we got here. I, Tony Schiavone, Renee Young, and Paulie Dan. I, Tony Schiavone, Renee Young, and James E. Cornett. We hope you like Collision or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw. Or Alone Tonight Raw.